Is it possible to become the #1 individual in your space on TikTok in less than 60 days? Not only did one of my students do exactly this, but he grew to 163,000 followers on TikTok in such a short amount of time. And he's absolutely dominating it. And today I'm gonna do something that your favorite YouTubers probably don't, and that's gonna be breaking down exactly how one of our students, Scott, was able to achieve the incredible growth in less than 60 days time, the exact strategy that he used, and doing an interview style so that way you can truly learn from his exact point of view about how his experience was with being able to, jump onto TikTok on a platform that a lot of people aren't aware of on how to actually use for business and growth. So that way you can get the insider scoop on how to actually be successful on TikTok and hear Scott's incredible journey along the way. So grab a pen and paper and let's get into this.
Hey Jace, how are you?
What's going on, Scott?
Great, how are you?
Good, dude. I'm glad we were able to set up a call. When did you end up joining the Ads Mastery program, or when did we start working together?
Yeah, I would say about 3 months ago. I would say we've been at least 3 months, about March or so, at least. So,
which is crazy. 3 months is not a long time.
It's not a long time.
Yeah, because we're only in June right now, so that was really recent.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so how long did it take before you started seeing results on TikTok?
Oh, it was like immediate. I mean, your course is amazing with that. So, I mean, I'm just remembering some stats. I mean, within the first 7 days, I probably had the first 1,000 followers, which is amazing. I've had YouTube going for a little while, and that's not even comparable. I mean, you get
Wow.
30 subscribers, 10 here, 10 there. So essentially TikTok was like, it took off very quickly with your structuring and your teachings and everything. And then right after that, I'd say in the first month, I think it was when I had my first 2 viral videos, like within those 30 days, if you can remember. So I think it was probably within 40 days was over 100,000 followers because I had those 2
That's
viral
crazy.
videos. One's now at like 5 million views. It just keeps going.
Wow.
So it's very quick success.
That's incredible. How did it feel when you had your first viral video? Like when you posted, you were seeing like a few videos go up, they maybe had a few thousand views. You're like, okay, talk to me about that.
Sure. Well, when that video, it was basically over the weekend because I put it out, I remember, on Friday evening, took off the weekend, came back on Monday, took a look at my profile. And it was like I had probably 45,000 followers come through. I had sales come through. I had like 200 plus subscribers on YouTube. Wow. I had probably 400 free leads come through. So it was kind of like, it gets like that surreal moment. Like, oh, wow. Like it just happens overnight. It's like a little shock, a mini shock. So it was really awesome.
When you open your app, you already had like the 45,000 followers?
Yeah, it was already there.
Wow. That's amazing. I remember like the first viral video I did, I had just posted like my second video and it was on something totally random, like a topic that wasn't even related to what we did. Yeah. And it ended up getting like 1 million views. And I ended up opening the app and I was like, uh-oh, something's like glitched out here. And then I was like, wait, 980,000 views on a video in like just a matter of a few hours. I was like, what's going on here?
The first one, I think over that weekend in 2.5 days was like 1.4 million, I think, view video. Yeah. So it was nuts. It just went crazy out there.
So 1.4 million views on the video. And then immediately after, what were you thinking? Like, okay, I got a viral video, all of these views, these people are reaching out, sales are coming through, subscribers. Like, what were you thinking is like next?
I was just psyched up to keep doing it. Like I remember getting on the Monday, Wednesday call with you and you're just mentioning basically just keep doing what's working. And those videos that I was doing, those writing videos were just doing great. So I remember that week that came up, I did some more videos like it, didn't go viral. So I had kind of like that, it's like a mini roller coaster of feeling like, you don't know what's going to hit. So instead of like trying to be expecting every single one, I just put out some good videos.
Sure.
And then the following week, the other one came on. That was the biggest one yet. That was like 3 million views in maybe 3 days as well. And that brought in another 70,000 followers or so, somewhere around there, which is just blew me away. So
I love that. And for everybody who doesn't know, Scott, do you want to tell the audience like what it is that you post about and like what's your TikTok page about?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all around mindset, manifesting, law of attraction, if anybody's ever heard of it. It's essentially improving your life and starting from the inside out. And a lot of people have circumstances in their life that they feel stuck, they feel things are going on, and it's always like something on the outside's doing it. It's the person you're with, it's the circumstances financially, it's the job, something of that nature. So what I teach is it starts within. Once you start changing your thoughts, you start changing your feelings, you start changing who you are, you're going to change the circumstances around you. It's not really magic stuff by any means. It's more or less the understanding of there's some invisible stuff going on in the world that sometimes we don't understand, like the sun, giving us a sunburn, but who would know if you didn't learn it, right? So there's some invisible forces going on, but also at the same time, when you're thinking better, you're going to tend to act better in your business. If you have one, you're going to tend to act better as a person. So, it starts with your thinking, I think. And
I love that. So. And when you started posting on TikTok, like you're the number one in your category now for manifestation. Do you know that, Scott?
Yeah, 100%. It's
You're
awesome.
Literally the number one in your category.
When you type in law of attraction, my video is the number one that comes in.
That's amazing. That's so cool because like now anybody who's like interested in learning about that topic, they're going to go to TikTok. They're going to search like, manifestation or mindset or law of attraction or, search a hashtag, and your videos are all going to be there. And like, they're going to see you as like the leader in the category, which you are now number one. And like, people are going to find out about that. And it's going to have long-term benefits too. Like, even if other individuals go into the space, like you're already holding, a high inventory count of all of the videos there, and are able to educate people that way, which is super nice because now when people get on there, they're going to see you.
Yeah, it's cool. I definitely understand the idea of it's like a long-term asset. It's something that will always be there. You're not gonna remove it. It's not just short term where somebody sees like a Facebook post and then they never see it again. It's something that's right there always, which is amazing. It's
totally. Did you ever, I have a few questions. So did you ever take any videos down after posting them if they didn't get views?
I actually didn't. I just kept them all.
Great.
I just figured, it's like I tried it. And even though the first couple of videos were not that great, I just left them on there. So I just figured, content's content. Like I've been teaching a long time, so I know the content's good, but maybe how I did the video editing or something isn't the greatest, but
Did TikTok feel really different from other platforms that you're used to? Because you post on YouTube, you post on Facebook, you have a big Facebook group and big following on other platforms where, you have a really tight-knit community. How different was TikTok whenever you started posting?
Yeah, it was very different. I mean, it's got to be short. It's got to be attention grabbing right away. It's got to be different. Now, obviously, all the other platforms, you still want to grab attention right away. But I think, and I'm no YouTube expert, but I think you can really establish long-term videos that the attention doesn't have to be there the entire time. It's more or less, like, are they in harmony with the content almost, right? Are they there to learn? Where TikTok is like such an attention grabbing as fast as possible idea. And like doing videos that were only, 40 seconds instead of 4 minutes or 14 minutes is very different. So, I mean, you get the hang of it pretty quickly, but definitely different. So.
Yeah, that's incredible. And how often were you posting? Were you posting like 10 times a day or?
I started just with your regimen of like once a day because that was the most manageable at the start. But, it's a lot. You're doing YouTube, you're doing this, you're doing that, right? So I was doing once a day and not the weekend, just Monday through Friday. And that's when everything went viral anyways, you need more videos. But later on, I started to do maybe 2, 3 in a day, but then I was cycling more easier videos. Like one of them was I re-uploaded it, but then changed the words each time to get engagement ones. So I kind of made it a little easy on myself of not trying to create 3 awesome videos.
So that way you could continuously produce.
Yeah.
Yeah. I end up shooting videos like in the mornings, and then it'll take me like usually 30 minutes to edit them, just like adding the text. It's so simple, but the thing is it's like typing it out, making sure the clips are shaving off a few seconds, making sure the headlines, all the alignments, no text covering, by the buttons and stuff like that, and then posting it. And it's always shot in the morning. Some people can shoot up to like 3 to 5 times a day. I personally have never been able to have like the time to produce that many every single day. But, one a day has been enough for us to grow. And it certainly sounds like it has been for you as well.
Yes. Well, just that one a day, it's like you have some that will go like 40, 50,000 views, and then some are only 2,000, 3,000 views, like you've taught me, but it really doesn't matter. It's like, the audience is still consuming the content and it's still growing. I have like 1,000 followers coming. If I don't post anything, and I didn't the week I was kind of doing some moving stuff and everything like that. And during that entire week, every day I had at least 1,000 followers coming.
You're still growing.
Yeah.
So even after that first viral video you had, I remember that you had like a bunch of videos before that, right? Or how many? You had a few. And essentially those videos were maybe a few thousand, but after that viral video, you gained a lot on those videos now.
Yeah, it was actually on a few hundred like views.
Wow.
My first probably 6 videos were like 100 views, 200 views. And then once the viral video went, those were all at like 7,000. So it certainly picked up like 10 times.
That's like a good example of why not to like remove too much content or like not remove content, because like these other videos can take off or be reactivated, kind of like, you know, fireworks. Like a spark goes off and it's going to set all of them off.
Yeah.
So as soon as you have that viral video, all your other videos can just have the potential to like literally take off as well.
Yeah, I've seen it just on the profile overall. Like every video is well over at least 1,000, 2,000 views. There's not one that's underneath that by at all now. So it really takes off the entire thing. So.
Yeah, that's amazing. And like, what did you use any camera equipment? How did you shoot or film the videos?
It's just on my phone.
Just on your phone.
I tend to do an external microphone sometimes because I like just the clarity of the audio, you know, the one that just goes on the shirt. But I don't always use it, but sometimes I do. That's it. I mean, I didn't buy anything for it. I didn't have any camera stands. In fact, I had like 6 books stack up one time and put like a figurine on behind it and just had the video there. So I didn't buy stuff. You know, I didn't have fancy tripods and all this stuff.
That's awesome. And in 90 days or less, literally the top one on TikTok right now for your space. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
What's really been the biggest challenge that you'd say the program's helped with?
Well, number one, I didn't know anything about TikTok, you know, and I think I had reached out to you and said, you know, the leads on Facebook and everything were it was like $20 cost per lead. With all the iOS changes, I thought I was really good at Facebook because I had learned so many programs with yours and others. And then when everything changed, I didn't put enough time into learning anymore. And you always have to relearn these platforms so you really get the understanding of everything, right? But I had so much on my plate in a good way, just a lot of growing business. I didn't have enough time for it. So I'd reached out to you and said, like, what, you know, any other platforms? You mentioned TikTok, but I had no idea. I was like, I'm never going to go on TikTok. I don't think, you know, all those old beliefs of like, it's for kids or it's for this, it's for, you know, whatever. So once you had kind of broken down those limiting beliefs, then I was just like, all right, let's just jump into it. So main challenge was I had no idea what it was about. Was my type of business even viable for the platform? And those are the biggest challenges that, you know, I had to even start. So
yeah, let's talk more about that, because a lot of people have those limiting beliefs, like you're saying, like they think that, you know, TikTok's just for dancing or it's for little kids. You said yourself you didn't expect like all of these, you know, people to be there that actually are interested in your content.
Yes.
Like, has the audience been a surprise to you about, you know, the types of people that are on TikTok?
Yeah, there's millions of people on there. There are like so many people. There will never be enough. Like, there's so much audience that you're always going to have people watching it for sure. You know, even law of attraction, mindset, manifestation. You type in the hashtag and you can immediately see there's like 1 billion total views on these videos or whatever it is. It's so many. So it certainly surprised me that type of audience, you know, is consuming all that. So it's vast. There's so many people on there.
Yeah. TikTok in 2021 of Q4 had the most traffic of any platform, outbeating Google, outbeating YouTube, had the highest engaged number of hours that somebody spent on the app, more than YouTube. And YouTube's long form, so people spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos. Yeah. TikTok's outperforming them, and they had more search in their actual search bar on TikTok than they did, than Google did.
Wow.
I couldn't even wrap my head around that.
The amount of mass viewership on there, it's crazy. It's absolutely huge.
Yeah. So what about the comments? Like when people comment and reach out to you, does the community feel different than on other platforms? Is there a lot more engagements, or is it just purely views for you?
No, tons of engagement. I mean, the viral videos, obviously we're going to get a lot of engagement, but even my other videos, I have that vidIQ add-on, you know, gives you the percentage of the engagement. And every video on average is between 8, 9, 10% engagement.
Wow.
Some of them are up to 15% engagement.
Which is really high.
Yeah. So like one of my videos will get, say, 10,000 views. It's the one I always just repost and then change the wording. So it's content that's helpful, but similar. And each of those videos will have like, so out of 10,000 views, I'll have like 1,000 likes and maybe 500 comments. So it's like the people that are viewing it, they're also active, you know, they're commenting, they're on there. It's not just watching it and then, see you later kind of idea. So.
Right. And are you responding to comments? Are you engaging with people? Are you pinning? Like, what's your strategy there? Is it too overwhelming?
Well, definitely both, because the viral videos, there's so many comments and so many things going on there that you can't get through them.
It takes its own life.
Yeah, it take like an entire month, to go through. So what I do right now is the top usually 10 comments. I'll go ahead and respond, reply. I don't do as many video replies, but I've done some. And then usually I'll like any spam stuff, I'll get rid of that stuff. But I'll respond to like the top 10 comments or so, like comments on there, active. So.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize, like, most of the time people have like maybe a few 10,000 followers, or they have a few thousand followers on other platforms, or they're known, locally in their space. They've had some success, but then they, get on a platform in a situation like you were in, where you just had explosive growth over such a short period of time, where you literally went from 0 all the way up to 100,000 plus followers in such a, really quick time frame, and millions upon millions of views and lots of people seeing your content. You encountered lots of people starting to create big profiles of yours. Have you seen that before? Was that on other platforms before? Like, how is it dealing with that right now?
Yeah, I haven't really seen it on any other platforms necessarily, but probably because this takes off so fast that there's just going to be that kind of spammy stuff going on. That's one thing I think TikTok, and I think you mentioned this as well, needs to do a little more improving on.
Yes.
This spam filter. Because I'll get like, 100 comments that just say like all the cash at me, all these gibberish kind of words and everything going on. So what I'm doing now is just going through them. Instead of deleting them, I block their profile, and that just deletes all the comments in one kind of idea. So I could tell that there's just some things, but that's going to be with any platform.
Sure. Once you're big enough, then you become a target.
Yeah.
Of these, like, people, whoever they are that's creating these accounts and trying to scam people. So definitely people need to watch out for that stuff as they grow, because like, they can just load up comments on your actual page of like trying to trick people into clicking on things. It's crazy.
Yes.
If you're brand new to starting out on TikTok, Scott, what would you tell someone with, their brand?
Yeah, absolutely. Number one, get guidance, because it's like, whether it's your program, or investing with your mentorship, it's just getting the guidance is going to be the quicker pace. I know it's an investment, and sometimes it's hard, and certainly it's been uncomfortable for me. And many times when it's like you're already in other programs and you're already paying, a lot of money per month, and it's like another program, but it by far quickens your pace of success like 100 times at least. So everything that I did now, I know for certainty, if I tried it myself, I probably would have like 2,000 followers, and I probably would have got burnt out and stopped, because I know what it feels like on YouTube sometimes not to like grow that fast. So putting content out and you're only seeing, 100 views, 200 views, stuff like that, I would have probably dropped out. So I'd say step one, get into your program, do the one-on-one mentorship with Chase, all of that stuff. From there, what I did was just once a week, I watched a module. It's real easy. It only took me about, an hour to view the video, do the content. And then from there, just once a day, you're posting, step 3. But once you're posting, just do it like in a way that's fun and not expecting huge stuff to happen. Put it out in like a fun way. Because if you're always expecting, like I did that one time, expecting the next viral video or the next thing to happen, that's when I think you get really discouraged and down. And then you're like, oh, this doesn't work. It's never going to work. But same thing, it was just that viral video that went over the weekends, right? So I would say just keep it fun, keep it light, and do it fun because you're helping people, not to try and get something out of it. So.
I love that. Yeah. Incorporating the fun is the best thing to do with TikTok. It is fun platform, especially if you like enjoy making those quick videos and like seeing the responses people give. And yeah, not every video is going to go crazy, but if more often than not, you're having successful videos and your account's like just taking off, then you're going to find like success every day of the week. It's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
I love that. So what are some of the goals you have this year for what you're doing as a coach in your business?
Well, right now, my main focus is our certification. We have certified manifestation coach. It's like a business opportunity, essentially, for anybody that likes the stuff that I do. They want to teach it. They want to do that kind of stuff. So right now we're expanding that. We're going to be hiring in kind of some accountability coaches and that kind of stuff. And then as we're expanding this certification, doing some in-person events, possibly towards next year, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So not only like owning the #1 spot in manifestation, that's the idea of it on all the platforms, but then building out a way that people can expand their own business, their own wealth, their own freedom, and doing more of what they love. So if anybody resonates with teaching this material, they like coaching it, then getting a part of that kind of idea. So,
love it. Already expanding. That's incredible.
yeah.
So I'm curious to know, and I want you to be very honest, who do you think would be a good fit for the program? Going into wanting to learn TikTok ads, potentially applying for the mentorship, and who would not be a good fit?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd say whoever's a good fit, obviously you're already going to be ambitious. You're already going to want bigger growth, expansion. And those that know that, again, doing it by themselves is really hard. It's really slow. I've tried all the different things. I've probably invested in like over 500,000 programs and mentorships by now in all different areas and things. And when you have that, you're just you only have a certain amount of time, I guess, in this lifetime, right? So by investing, you're going to get there faster. So anybody that kind of understands that concept and idea, and then also is ready to do something like that, become #1 in their area. Those that wouldn't be a good fit, I think, are the ones that feel like they just going to do it themselves, that, I'll take this entire year and just kind of go through the struggle. Or even somebody who might not want to expand their presence because it's kind of uncomfortable and very scary because you have to become a different person. You have to rise to that level of success that you're bringing in, right? So if you're not really looking to do that and you kind of like the small game, and that's fine, like you like the laptop lifestyle where it's like 5,000 a month or whatever it is, that's cool. But if you're ready to expand, then investing is the key. So.
I love it. Awesome. Well, absolutely incredible, Scott. I'm so glad you're able to join the call and just share a little bit about your success and all of the awesome results that you're getting. You're absolutely crushing it. You're at like 160,000 followers right now.
Yeah.
It's still growing.
Yeah. 3 months.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Scott. I'm so glad we were able to do this call.
Yeah, absolutely, Chase. And again, anybody listening in, just go for it because Chase knows what he's doing and he's got a great team. Talking with Cameron and doing those one-on-one calls was just awesome because he was just helping me with all the understanding. It's like having somebody in your corner where you can actually talk to a live human being about your ads, about your funnel, about your setup. And that's been invaluable. So what you charge, I think, could be triple probably.
Wow.
What you're doing here. So
yeah,
really appreciate all the work you put in.
I love that. Well, awesome. Scott, how can people go to your page or go to your website to find out more about you if they're interested?
Sure. Everything is Scott Haug, and most times it's the official. It says Scott Haug Official. So if you go to TikTok, Scott Haug Official, Facebook, I got a brand new Instagram, has very low followers that just started last week. YouTube, same thing, Scott Haug Official. So any of that stuff, website, and it's spelled H-A-U-G is my last name, Scott.
H-A-U-G. Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, cool, Scott. Thanks.
Cool. Thanks, Chase.
Alrighty. Cheers.
So there you have it. Our first student interview with Scott. He's an incredible student. He's very coachable. He applies everything to a T and actually implements the strategies that we actually share with him on TikTok, and he's been able to achieve incredible success. And tons of our students have passed hundreds of thousands of followers in very quick time frames, all from being able to apply our viral formula strategies, learn how to actually create this series of videos that are going to attract and convert, being able to allow them to grow their community on TikTok, get sales, and absolutely dominate and become the #1 in their absolute space. So if this is something that actually interests you, make sure to DM me the word mentor at Real Chase Chappell, or click the link below, and definitely give this video a like and subscribe if you liked it. And let me know in the comments, do you want to see more student interviews like this? If so, I would love to know. So once again, it's your favorite digital marketer here, Chase Chappell. Cheers and bye y'all. Hey, if you made it to the end of this video, then I know you're an ambitious learner and you're looking for more. So go ahead and click this video here. I hand selected it for you.